Hey everyone, Doug Klutz here, and actually filming this video outside. It was such a nice early spring day today. Hopefully we'll get some more nice weather like this to come, really enjoyable. But today got me thinking about an important topic, and that's about background investigators and planning ahead in your future. I saw a background investigator today from the FBI for a student who's applying to the FBI, and I had all good things to say. This was a really good student. But it got me thinking that it's something that you really need to strategize about for your future. And with background investigators, we don't just see them for federal law enforcement agencies. I've seen more and more from the private sector. I've talked to them from local government, from state government. Companies and organizations and agencies, they're really expanding their use of background investigators because they're trying to thoroughly vet that prospective hire before they actually conduct the official hiring. They want to know what they're getting beforehand to make sure no red flags come up through the background investigation. So it's something to think about, because in dealing with background investigators, they don't just talk to your top 3 reference lists. They will actually go to other individuals in, let's say, an academic department, and they'll knock on doors and they'll sit down with a faculty member and they'll say, hey, do you remember this applicant? Or maybe they'll go to your place of employment and not just talk to your direct supervisor but another supervisor, and they try to get a total picture of what you are like as an applicant. Sometimes they even canvass neighborhoods. They'll talk to your neighbors, maybe a couple houses down. They'll talk to former roommates, possibly former friends. So it really underscores the importance of maintaining professional relationships everywhere you go. You don't want to have this outer facade, this fake to some people, but then other people see a more negative side and don't have a good picture of you and could possibly put in a bad word, and it could impact your background investigations. When the background investigators come and talk to your references and people outside of your reference list, like we just talked about, they ask a set number of questions, and those questions are designed to look at your overall integrity. I'm not going to get into the very specifics of the actual questions, but generally looking at your integrity, looking at your personal character. Again, are you going to be a positive and productive member of that organization should they hire you? So your reputation really precedes you, and always keep that in mind, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's in an internship, whether it's just in a part-time job. Take everything seriously, always exude professionalism, because again, you don't want to have those negative relationships or those negative perceptions about you that could come back and haunt you in your future. So I always tell students, think ahead, because these background investigations will come up sooner than you think, and you always want to have positive recommendations. Again, these agencies, there's so many applicants these days, there's so much competition. If they think they have a prospective applicant who's had questionable behavior based off of their background investigations, some negative things people have said, they very easily could just move on to the next applicant. They have that much competition that they're able to choose from. So think about that. Again, always be professional, always engage in professionalism, and just have that as something that you adhere to throughout your entire professional career. I'll post a video on some tips and strategies of what to do and what not to do in regards to professionalism. Hopefully that will be helpful. But this video is just to get you thinking about background investigators, background investigations. When we're talking about some of the federal law enforcement agencies, some of them even go back 7 to 10 years in your personal history. That's a long time. So again, as long as you just have that as your motto, that I'm going to be professional in every type of encounter and engagement I deal in, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you have kind of a two-faced type deal going on, where you're positive to some people, but then you're really negative to other people, that could be a cause of concern for the future. So something to think about. Hopefully you find this helpful, and talk to you soon. Bye.